Have you ever had a job that gave you safety and security, but one day you walk in to find out that that job is gone? In 7 days you're unemployed, but if you like, you can finish up today. This video isn't about shock. It's about what comes after. How do you deal with sudden change with a sense of integrity? How do you let go without burning bridges? How do you handle the fear, the ego, the uncertainty? And lastly, how could you move forward with a sense of gratitude? Last Wednesday, I was in front of my computer and Digital Stage Summit by Alec Johnson was in full swing. I was about to be the next speaker to come up, and my talk was going to be on content creation, how you can power it up, and how you can use agent workflows to generate content in the future. With the stress of that talk over, I was able to go the next day back online and talk in an AI panel discussion with 4 other awesome experts. My Q&A was all about how I use agent workflows and AI to generate graphics, movie trailers, and in particular, the 555 manifesto and the Mountain of Mastery video. As happy as I was with the presentation, I was actually that week going through a fair bit of fear and anxiety. And the reason for that is that on the Friday beforehand, I was pulled into a meeting to let know that my job was now redundant and that I wouldn't have a job very soon. Now, if this has happened to you, you know that a lot of emotions can come up. For me, it was anger first, a lot of fear, maybe a little bit of depression. What I couldn't see was the silver lining in all of this. And the first person I actually reached out to was Alec from Take One Tech. Now, Alec has been my guide for about a year now, and it's at his Digital Stage Summit that I was speaking last week. And we had this short little conversation for an hour about maybe I could turn what I've been doing into an actual business, become a full-time YouTuber, maybe a consultant, all these sorts of ideas. So I went away from that meeting with a little bit of a hope and just going, okay, do the Digital Stage Summit, and then figure out where to go next. Now, I'd taken the Wednesday and Thursday off for the summit, and the Friday was going to be my last day of work. And there was a little elephant in the room that I had to address, and that was saying goodbye to everyone, people that I'd been working with as colleagues for over 4 years, and of which I had good relationships with. And I needed to do it in such a way that it wasn't angry or vindictive or fearful or anything like that. I needed to keep for myself a door open for future work, because what had happened for me in the last couple of years was I was doing work that I wasn't all that excited about. My excitement is sitting around AI agents and how workflows work, and there wasn't a path for me within that organization. But the good thing is I was able to talk to both Brett and Richard, who were the owners of the company, and they've been incredibly supportive for me over the last couple of years. I was also able to talk to the developers down in Sydney, who I'd had wonderful experiences with. We'd had a lot of growth. We'd talked a lot about software architecture and development and all this. And then there were the guys that were in America or Europe who I'd also had good relationships with and who I really respected. And the great thing about taking an hour of my time out on Friday to come up with these images and do a little Loom video to the team as a farewell and a thank you was that I was able to feel good about myself as I move forward on the next path of the journey, which is really the Mountain of Mastery. My 555 manifesto is how I'm creating 555 videos across 5 channels in 55 weeks, and how I'm using agent workflows to deliver that promise. Now, for the last 48 hours, I've been in scramble mode. So I currently use Kajabi, and it's going to shut down today because it cost me too much money, and I'm going to move over to Wix. So I'm in the middle of doing that. I've also got this workshop that I just did, 5 pillars being prompt engineering, AI workflows, looking at how you do prompt chains, and then automating it and simplifying it with little micro applications, all in the area of content creation. And that got me thinking, I really need to do a paid workshop for this. So 2 months from now, I'm going to do a much more detailed 3-day workshop on this particular topic. Now, YouTube for me so far has been an expensive hobby. It has not been a business in any way, shape or form. But 2 weeks ago, just before the conference, I was able to connect with this lady named Anna. She'd met me at another conference and said, what you're doing is of interest to me and I want to learn from you. So at the moment, I'm in the middle of putting together a proposal. We'll see where it goes. The good thing about putting together the proposal is I've been solidifying exactly what I want to do as a content creator, what I want to do as a consultant, and getting together marketing and proposal information so that I can go off and find clients. Now, if the pain of the last 2 weeks has taught me anything, it's that I'm surrounded by a great group of people. I've got people in Thailand, Philippines, Canada, America, and Australia that all have my back. Some of them are peers, some of them are friends. And so as I move forward and think, what do I do next? So what I plan to do is take my business abroad and live a new lifestyle. So I'm going to be looking between Philippines and Thailand. And the reason for that is that in the Philippines, I have two wonderful people that I work with, and one works on the agent workflows that I do. The other runs one of my YouTube channels, AI TLDR, where we're testing out a lot of these sorts of concepts. Apart from that, I'll also be going to Chiang Mai, where my partner is, but also a great group of friends. So for me, I go to this place and I'm connected into AI communities, SEO communities, YouTube communities, and dance communities. So there's a lot of benefit for me being in either of these two countries over the next year. Now, a pivotal learning for me in the last 2 weeks is that I've been lacking focus. So the Happy Dave channel is going to become more about AI agents and workflows for business, but generally focusing on content creators and YouTubers like myself. But there is another topic that I can talk about if you're interested, and that's how do you go from no income and starting a YouTube business to having something that can support your lifestyle. So if you're interested in hearing more of this journey that I'm talking about today, then please drop a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and one of the videos up above will be the actual presentation that I did at the Digital Stage Summit. Have a great day. I'm Happy Dave.